Namaste. Going to continue with the, you guessed it, the I Am Discourses. And it's incredibly profound work that I'm getting some great benefit from. I pray that you're getting some incredible benefit from this as well. We're up to Discourse 5. Discourse 5, October the 17th, 1932. Saint Germain. Invocation. Thou mighty, infinite presence, thou all-pervading healing presence, descend and do thy work. Thou mighty, infinite intelligence, give forth thy confidence and strength. Fill the mind and body of each one with thy radiant presence. Fill every cell with thy radiant presence. Prove thy radiant presence in thy conquering mastery and power. Mighty master presence within each one, come forth. Erase this outer human self and hold thy dominion now and forever. There is but one intelligence, presence, essence and love, and this is thou art. Pour forth thy radiance through these outer cloaks of flesh and command thy perfection to thus be manifest and sustained. I bring you greetings from the great host, ever shedding their radiance and intelligence. Take the command. I am the pure electronic essence that fills my mind and body, and I brook nothing else. God in you is master of all conditions at all times. Say often, I am always the victorious presence of the mighty I am. Feel the mighty current of electronic essence fill your mind and body, erasing instantly all inharmonious activity and giving you the consciousness of mastery and victory. Command, divine presence, pour thy radiance through this mind and body, and see that thy wisdom directs always in every outer activity. The Discourse. Let us be conscious of the healing radiance filling this home. The great need today is the healing of the nations and of individuals. As the individual is given assistance through the outpouring of the electronic energy through the mind and body and filling every cell, so in an expanded degree is the nation treated likewise. The nation is a great body of individuals and of nature's creations. We have the same power, being the individualized presence of God. Then we would know I am everywhere present, and when my consciousness takes on this expansion, I know its energy leaps into action everywhere, in the cells of the body of the world, as well as in the body of the individual. We must come to know that the active presence of God, all-powerful, is everywhere present, that there is not a single nook nor corner anywhere that the active presence of God is not, that this active presence seizes and binds all human creation and consumes instantly everything of an inharmonious and undesirable nature. With the use of the electronic belt surrounding the individual, he or she must understand that he or she can make this an absolute invincible protection. Through its protection, divine wisdom acts, repelling everything through our conscious action that shall not be taken into the system, and that is the omnipresent wisdom and intelligence is always prompting us to refuse acceptance of anything into the system, either through feeling, thought, or food, that would in any way disturb its harmonious activity. The natural activity of the currents of life play everywhere like the play of a searchlight. The outer activity should at all times be an invitation to the receptivity of the currents of life, which are pure cosmic energy and which are ever flowing through the atmosphere of the earth. It is true that where there are conditions too dense for it to penetrate, it goes over or under them, so to speak, and finds its way onward just the same. Every individual since the beginning of this year should come to understand that he or she is walking and moving constantly within the reach of the mighty healing currents. Through the power of Cyclopia, the secret love star, and the rays from the golden city, currents of healing force, tremendous power, are consciously directed through the atmosphere of the earth. These, you will understand, by their very nature, being the energy of God in action, are therefore self-sustained. The consciousness in the individual of their presence will enable him or her to contact these rays at any time. Students who have a feeling of patriotism and who wish to help the nation should take the stand that these healing currents reach not only individuals, but carry into conditions, environments, and official places like an intelligent flame, and are doing a work for the protection and uplift of the children of the earth, not hereforth set into such powerful action since the creation of this planet. The more individuals become truly and sincerely conscious of this operation, the more they can become mighty messengers of assistance in this most unusual work. Through the conscious manifestation of the mental forces back of the communists is the sinister influence which we are dealing in the outer world's activity. Those who wish to be true messengers will meditate upon this idea until they have grasped the full import of it. They will use their conscious efforts, knowing that these currents of consuming electronic energy consciously directed through the atmosphere of the earth cannot be interfered with, and that in every sincere conscious effort of the individual in his or her desire to give his or her assistance, there will flow a consciousness of this energy that he has not hitherto possessed. Sometimes there are individuals of such a nature that, while wonderfully kind and willing, the students' consciousness that they need to let go of certain kinds of food or other activity is a sort of shock to them. I would say to these individuals that the divine intelligence within each one will cause them naturally to let go of the things not in accordance with this great presence at every step of the way when it is necessary. In order for an individual to consciously let go of a thing, he or she must have something that he or she feels is stronger to which he can anchor. As students became conscious of this, the confidence and strength will come to them to take the step. I suggested once before I would consciously, at least once more a day, stand on the floor and charge the home with this pure electronic energy and keep it charged so that God's very presence will keep it out of the home, food, thought, any kind of presence, and everything that is not in accordance with the desires here. So this is basically using your higher self, using your God presence or your higher self to take command over your bad habits. Okay, which is something that I'm in the process of doing and have been for the last 3 years. Okay, so yeah, this is an ongoing process. It takes a while. You got to be very patient with yourself. Okay, to continue, Saint Germain says, I would suggest that whenever you find someone is coming, you take the consciousness, I am the pure radiance of divine love enfolding these individuals, and this garment enfolds them when they come and when they leave. When you are conscious of this, you clothe them, and they will wear this garment into the home and out of it, and for them it will be a sustaining power. Those who come into your home are deserving of assistance, and this will enable them to receive the full assistance they desire, and you will love to give. No matter how great the knowledge attained, we at no time have ever the right to force either the knowledge or the discipline upon anyone. Don't forget, we respect free will. It's the number one rule of the service to others or the positive polarity entities. Respect another's beliefs and respect another's free will. This is why I say, only take these teachings if they're useful, and if they're not, then leave them and skip to the next teaching. If one of these teachings or readings you do not resonate with, then leave it and jump to the next one. Hopefully you'll get some benefit from the next one. Okay, just disregard anything that is no use to you or that you do not resonate with in your innermost heart. Okay. No matter how great the knowledge attained, we at no time ever have the right to force either the knowledge or the discipline upon anyone. Only as students apply what they hear and receive can they ever know the reality. When you say, I am, you acknowledge the power that breaks down all barriers and conditions of opposition. This human self is just like a starving lion in the jungle. It will tear anything to get what it wants to eat. In this state, the human consciousness will tear its best friend to pieces to get its own way. In any astral element, there is that human desire element through which, unless one shuts his or her mind entirely to the astral world, will constantly find himself interrupting in a good decision, because he or she have left the door open to a force far more subtle than is ever found in the outer world. Many think there are good forces in the astral world. I tell you, no good force ever comes from the astral world. The astral world is the fourth density. It's the lower end of the fourth density. When you reach the higher end of the fourth density, the higher sub-octaves, you're heading more towards the etheric realm. Don't forget, the astral realm, the fourth density, there is still battling between duality. It's only when you get to the fifth density of consciousness when there isn't any duality. Okay? Many think there are good forces in the astral world. I tell you, no good forces ever comes from the astral world. Any good force that seems to come from there must come through it, but it makes its own tunnel of light through which it comes. In the first place, what makes the astral world? There's only one place where the undesirable creation can find a home, and that is in the next step to the human activity, which is the astral realm. So we're in the third density right now, just beginning to shift into the fourth. The fourth density is the astral. It's only when you get to the fifth density, 5D consciousness, the true 5D consciousness, that you are beyond duality. Okay? So this realm of astral activity has within it all undesirable creation accumulated through the centuries. Therefore, it is easy to say at once that no good comes from any contact with the astral realm. It has nothing in it whatsoever of the Christ. Don't forget, the Christ consciousness is higher than 5D, but it's within the 5D. It begins in the 5D. There is a wide difference between the astral realm of activity and what some call the star astral, as there is between light and darkness. However, the so-called star astral is again misunderstood. It is really called star astria. It is really an activity, not a realm, and it is from the fourth sphere, the star astria. It is a cosmic being whose work is to consume all possible within the astral realm and to reach individuals whose attention seems to be drawn there. This great being will sooner or later clear the understanding of such individuals and consume their desire for any contact with that unhappy realm. No little children remain in the astral realm. The home of children who leave the earth is in the etheric realm. People who are in the body are in the same sphere when they sleep as the disembodied. Did you hear that? So the fourth density is where you go when you quote-unquote die, unless you're of a higher vibration and higher soul vibratory frequency of fifth density and above, and then you will go directly to the fifth density. Okay, so when you die, when you're in the third density, and you basically go to the dream world. Fourth density is the dream world. Even when you have lucid dreams, when you're having a lucid dream, you're in the upper astral, just before you get to the etheric. When you can lucid dream, it means you're getting closer and closer to the etheric realm. Okay? To continue, there is a sustaining consciousness of the I Am Presence, which if one goes forth with it on going to sleep, through that sustaining power, one can reach unbelievable heights. If you have the consciousness through the outer expression of this I Am Presence, and you take this consciousness with you as you go into the other realms, it is a sustaining presence that is unbelievable. There is an activity in the experience of life that determines the consciousness recognition of the use of the I Am Presence, God in action. When you take that consciousness with you through the veil of sleep, the soul is able to function out of the body with almost limitless power. That's like lucid dreaming, but even better. Okay, that's a good place to stop. Namaste.